Hey, what up, Doe?
Hi.
Okay.
Thursday,
Happy. What do I say? I was about to say hump day. I'm behind. Happy
Friday.
Friday Eve, y'all.
What's popping? Okay, y'all.
Nothing. We been
Disclaimer.
on what you
Hold
say?
on. I gotta explain. I didn't realize that I wore this shirt again, but because we hustle goddess repping in the building with the Leos tag, Okay. But
Okay.
anyway,
Okay. So we've been on a lot of heavy topics lately. Next week we need to keep get it light and fun.
it's gonna
Again,
go
I
back.
think I got an idea, but y'all gotta come with some cute, not cute, but fun lighter ideas because we've been super heavy.
The shit been going on.
It
So
has been going on.
those things that you gotta talk about. And with that being said, we gonna give a moment of silence for Takeoff because that shit
Mhm.
was both hell, and we are praying for his family.
Yes, yes, yes. Super heavy, super shocked, and one of those that I'm actually sad about. Like I try not to get into all the celebrity stuff, but it's just like some of them you can't help it. When you're a fan, and I'm super duper fan of the Migos. I was one of them ones when they first came out. I was like, they gonna be a one hit wonder. I was in Atlanta like they gonna be. I was visiting Atlanta like they gonna be a one hit wonder. Got back home, bam, song on the radio, bam, there go another one, bam. I'm like, damn, they coming with the motherfucking hits. So, uh, yeah, to me, they are one of the best rap groups to be consistent and come out with good music. Um,
Well, I saw
like
them in
mumble rap. Hmm.
I saw them in concert.
Oh, yeah.
It was fine. Like that's all you would say is you just had a good ass time. It was a good ass vibe, and they killed it. We had a ball.
Oh, I got a 20-minute break, y'all. So I got 20 minutes to bring us in. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
It was God's timing.
I know I'm on break. Welcome to Conversations with Mika and Friends, where we keep it real, raw, and respectful. What's up, Joyce, Nene, and TJ? Um,
Hey,
Today, the subject is who's the real enemy? Basically, we talking about I don't like to say black on black crime because there's other races that have crime on crime, but for some reason we get labeled as black on black. But I want to talk about our responsibility as a race to value each other's lives and what is our responsibility, what type of solutions can we try to come up with. Just let's just talk about the overall thing. And the reason this subject is coming up because of course last week we were heavy on yay, and then here we turn around and this happens to offset and
go to
oh,
Takeoff.
I'm sorry, Takeoff. Oh, why is offset on my mind? Takeoff. This happens to Takeoff. Is a video. It was horrible. Um, why do we as a culture celebrate um, celebrate this type of stuff? Because when you're sitting in there videoing someone lying there dead, I feel like you celebrating it because you're trying to get views, you're trying to get a following. Like, you whipped out the camera to video it, but who called
But
911?
who gonna help them though?
Yeah, who's helping? Like, um, I feel like social media has like damaged us so much in trying to be accepted, trying to get attention that we don't care about humanity anymore. And we like to blame, we like to say Black Lives Matter and the police are doing this and white people are treating us like this, but look how we treat each other. And why do we treat each other with no value?
That's a great question. Honestly, anybody want to chime in?
I know it's heavy, y'all. Oh,
Super
y'all
heavy.
want
But
me?
first of
Y'all
all,
want me to start?
you don't want to be offensive. You
Hmm.
don't want to take things the wrong way, or even necessarily view you in a manner that, you know what I'm saying, could be damaging toward anything, your brand, yourself, or whatever.
Hmm.
Personally, I don't have an answer for that, just because, like, I feel like everybody has been a victim of gun violence, where they are been on the receiving end of somebody that they love that was a victim of gun violence, which in turn makes us a victim. I don't understand. Like, when I tell you my understanding about the situation is so far, because who wants to continue to feel that way when your first instinct is to just go shoot the nigga dead, or go shoot the motherfucker dead, or I don't know if it's a point that people trying to prove, but nobody wants to feel that way. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I don't have an answer, because my understanding goes into, when do we learn? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
nobody wants to feel that amount of pain of a loved one being taken from them. Or, like you said, videoed in their last moment with their head blown off. Like, y'all are blowing the fuck out of me. The video was so disgusting
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
I just couldn't even understand it. Like, who has, first of all, who got time for that? You should not have time to pull out your phone and to record the last moments of somebody's reaction of what was happening in that moment. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know
Right.
for, you remember when my mama fell when the wave took her out. I couldn't even focus enough to get, I kept missing the motherfucking camera. So the camera should never even be the first thought. Ooh, let me record this. It's
Right.
disgusting. Like, you got to know who you are as a person for you to even think that that's okay. I don't,
Um,
I'm just that, I mean, I really don't. My understanding is just that way, because I'm still trying to find understanding.
so I feel like uh, it's a form of self hate um, with within us, and also like um, I go to the point of saying like we're cowards because we're quick to pull out a gun to kill someone, kill our own. But look at George. So why? And I say this not promoting killing, but why is George Zimmerman still alive?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, why are people like that still alive? But you they walking, but you quick to the guy that lived a couple doors down from you piss you off, and you quick to just taking in his life out
Right.
of a second uh, a second
A
of
moment of anger,
emotion, of
or
anger or emotion. Like it's cowardly of us, and um it's we're programmed because like I was talking to my girl Chi in the inbox about all of this stuff, and you know she told me, if you close your eyes, and so I want everybody to do this because it's absolutely true, and it's sad because it doesn't even go for just the men, it goes for all of us. Like, so when you close your eyes and you see yourself uh with your gun, because most of us all have one in our possession, when you're pointing that gun, who do you visualize?
the honest truth.
Yes.
Nobody.
You don't visualize anybody?
To shoot that gun at?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So why do you have one?
For
That's
protection.
interesting. So when close your, because did you close
I
your
did.
eyes, and when
She's
you're
like, you
pointing
didn't do a lot of
that gun,
steps.
when you
I,
pointing
I,
that gun to
I,
protect yourself, who do you see?
I don't see.
Bitch, you see a black person,
I
whether it's a
God,
female or a male.
no.
Like, well, I mean, you might be one and few, but I'm like majority of us. Your imagination sucks. So
It's
I'm still go the way because that's a loaded question a little bit. Because at the gun range, it's a silhouette, technically a silhouette. And so when you close your eyes and you think about shooting something, it is a black image there because that's what would.
oh, okay, right.
That's
Because
what
I'm like
right.
no,
nobody.
but that's a good
That
point.
is
But
good. That
that's
is
not
good.
what I was getting at. Joyce, I love Joyce because look, she's gonna flip it some type of way. That's not what I was getting at. That's not what I was getting at
I
when
close my
most
eyes.
of us, and especially black men, when they have a gun in their possession and they see themselves shooting it, they see a black person, another black male to be exact.
See, and I would say you imagine who you feel like you would need protection from, right? And
Which is
so
programming, right?
which is programming, yes. But I mean, and it sounds the way it sounds, but the people that have hurt me the most and the worst are people that I knew and loved. So I'm not afraid of strangers. I'm afraid of people that I let get too close to me because they are the ones that are the enemies per se. And so I think to your point, you would imagine somebody that you feel like could bring you harm. I think black people in general feel like if you white, they can fuck you up. Like, don't think about the fact that like you can't win everything. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think we think that way. I think you will be quick to write off somebody of a different race. And you know that you need to protect yourself a certain way amongst ourselves. Not that it's right or wrong, but I think that's how it is.
I ain't even looking at the comments. I ain't even got it. See, sister, thank you. Because I'm telling you, man,
You're like, somebody
anybody,
know what I'm talking about.
mostly anybody that say that's not what they picture, especially men, is a motherfucking lie. And they a goddamn fucking lie.
I didn't. I didn't.
I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't
When I
see no
closed
black
my
man.
eyes, all I saw was the dark. I ain't gonna lie, no bullshit. Maybe I gotta concentrate.
I didn't have a visual of a person or a being
So what are
or
you shooting at? A
I want
squirrel? A cat? A dog? Like,
no. You said visualize like you had your gun out, right? And
to
that's
protect yourself.
you didn't
Or
say
to
that.
shoot.
You didn't say that. You
No,
didn't
to
say
shoot,
that.
period. To shoot, period.
But that's not what you said because some people just shoot for the hell of it.
I said to shoot.
Oh, okay. Well, I missed that part. I didn't see nobody.
I sure closed my eyes. I'm like, wait a minute.
But that's also could be a good thing for me because I don't feel
Right.
harmed or threatened.
Yeah,
Or
that's true.
what I mean, like I need to attack or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
That's true, and that's great. That's great. But like,
but
I'm
I do
telling you,
understand what you're saying though, because that would be, you know what I'm saying? She said
how
it was
was
the
it
way it was
worded?
worded.
Come
See,
on here, sister. What you doing?
because you just said close your eyes.
I
And,
don't know how I worded it. I said close your eyes.
well, thank you, T, because bitch, I know I went crazy. You
I
didn't
was
say
like,
that
I
you
didn't want to say it. I was
protected
like,
from.
but I
You
ain't
know
see
me,
nothing
I'm
but the
always
dark.
willing to
But
pull my gun out. Like what? But I'm not aiming or ready to fire at somebody. I will threaten a motherfucker.
No, see, you don't pull that. You don't pull your gun out to threaten
No, I don't. I'm teasing.
nobody.
See, I'm teasing. I would never do that.
I think though in general, I remember taking a psychology class in college and they were talking about guns versus knives. And basically said people don't stab people anymore because it's too personal, right? You have to feel something. If you stab somebody, you have to feel the knife entering them and the resistance that's going to come. And so you're not so quick to stab people or to shoot a bow and arrow at somebody or whatever we used to do, right? But with a gun, you can completely detach. So I think easy to get caught up in the moment and like, you piss me off, I'm gonna shoot at you. And there's not necessarily a thought of what'll happen after that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, I know that we've all had the moments where you be mad as fuck and you overreact to something. And when you think about it, you be like, I really did too much. I really ain't have to do all that. But if you're that person, but in that moment you had a gun, it's easier to pull the trigger than it is to actually have a real confrontation or to really address somebody and deal with it like that.
And the crazy part about it, what you saying is what I feel like happened at that dice game. It was a moment that couldn't be taken back. No
Mm.
thought or anything was put into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, oh, I'm mad. And we just about to start shooting. Like, what? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, you ain't shooting dice with people you don't know. I feel like.
Well, no.
I mean, I'll walk up to a dice
Yes, you
game,
do. Like
but I'm
they
down for
In a
the dice
pri-
game.
I think
anybody
you can
what
in a
they
shoot
private
dice
hitting
with
for and
people
you
party,
you
think
don't
you can
know.
make some money, yeah,
in
you
a
gonna
in a
shoot
private
dice.
party, though, that was a private
It
party.
was a private party, but
But
It wasn't
they weren't. It wasn't their
it was
party.
eight people. Okay,
Right,
I
right.
make stand because I'm like, listen, what the hell? Completely like, but that's what she. That's it. Like that's just a thoughtless emotion that you went through in that moment and just did some shit that
That you can't take back.
take back. You didn't changed it. It didn't change. Your life changed. Somebody else's life has changed, and
and
I don't.
just make it a cycle and make it go on and on and on.
So do y'all think the so do y'all think the logic behind it is you do more harm to people you know? Do you know because I don't see them getting that angry with and flipping out like that on other races. Like if somebody was to say, you in you know, y'all know that word, to that same dude, he gonna talk stuff. He might threaten them with it, but he ain't about to fat him up like he gonna do someone he know.
But I think the difference is the generation because
We can't hear you that good.
can you hear me?
That's better.
Okay. I think it's the generation, and that's the reason why I think you see it so crazy now. Because even if it was on the basis of we heard people closest to us, if that's the case, then why are we not really getting the people that we're aiming for? Why are we getting innocent bystanders like kids? Like it comes a point where even if this was something that I was just angry about, and then the next day I realized that this is what I did. I believe it boils down to mental health issues. I really just believe that anybody that could get that angry, I mean, to the point of a gun. Now, I've gotten angry before and I found myself in some situations because of it, but I didn't feel like I wanted to take a gun, maybe a bottle, but I really wasn't trying to do no damage. I was just trying to let you know, leave me alone. It was more so like that. Like I wasn't trying to take your life away. So it's kind of like, why have we come to a point where all it is, we're taking each other life away? Because that's not, to me, it's not really doing anything but making an even more hostile environment. And at some point in life, we got to stop saying what the white man did and the white man did. I mean, we can't continue to blame it on the white man when
Exactly.
at the end of the day, we responsible for ourselves. So I think it's more so people don't know how to take accountability these days. Like a lot of people don't want to say, I have an issue, I have a problem. When I get this way, this is how I feel, and then you have where we look at each other now as competition when we shouldn't be, because if we really down to our roots as we say we are and we know what we've been through, then why are we hating each other versus using that energy to come together? But everybody want to do this better than this one or have this better, and there's so much room out here for everybody to do everything in their own way and
Yeah.
even come together. And I really believe that. I just it's hard to say, but a lot of the grandmamas is gone, a lot of the grandpas is gone, and I'm gonna tell you, I grew up with a grandmama, And it was just certain stuff I couldn't do. It was people on the block that watch out. Now somebody will see something and it's like, oh, you snitching, and they don't want to tell, they don't want to this or that. I mean, come on now. When is there a point where we stand up for what's right versus what's not right because we don't want to say, like, I can't imagine somebody holding some information if one of my babies got killed and you was right
Yeah.
there and you saw it and you don't say nothing. I'm sorry, you can call me whatever you want to call me, but that that should be a gang code. And I know, you got a lot of the gang bangers and things locked up and stuff like that. I really feel like when they were out in the world, a lot of stuff was in order. There's no order with the gangs. There's no order with nothing. That's the whole bottom line. Like, everything is just completely out of order. So it's a lot. You can offer
Yeah,
suggestion, but I just say start with, if in order to make a change, to your question earlier, I would say we just have to start with ourselves. We just have to start with ourselves and hope that when we enter into a room or an atmosphere, we can change the atmosphere, even if it was an atmosphere that was about to get deadly. Like, that's the only thing I think that we can do at this point, because that's
okay.
all I can say.
Hey, Quincy.
What's up,
What's
Q?
going on? How y'all
What up,
doing?
though?
What's
Thanks for
happening?
joining us.
No problem, no problem.
We love
No, he
hearing
gonna
from the
get
men.
deep.
We want to hear from the men.
What's going on? What's going on? I'm fresh in here, so I gotta try to understand what y'all talking about. What's the subject?
So we're talking about who really is the enemy, and so basically we're talking about the self-hate that we have for each other, how we're quick to kill each other versus another race, the hate we have for each other, and how can we expect other races to value our lives when we don't value each other.
Uh, at most, we responsible for us.
Exactly.
We responsible for us. Right now, I'm pretty much for years we use the same stigma as white man this, white man that. But I can tell you one thing: if I walk outside that door, that white man don't control me. See what I'm saying? He don't control my attitude. He don't control my ways. He don't control the way I dress. Now my job on the other end, that's different. But at the end of the day, white man or not, that's professional. So as I'm seeing things, I have a professional career. I'm starting to see all of that dwindle down. They, of course, they not taking this serious. We don't dress properly. We don't groom ourselves properly. Our language is way out of line. We don't respect each other. We don't respect our women. Women don't respect us.
Mm-hmm.
We could blame food stamps. We could blame Section 8. We could blame whatever we want to blame. But at the end of the day, whether those things are being given to us or y'all or whoever, well, you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that does not give you the right to treat somebody unfairly. So at
Mhm.
the end of the day, by me being a man, like I was never perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to grow in to trying to become perfect. Only because I have my kids, so I'm trying to show my kids what's best on my end, coming from a man's point of view. So even for treating a woman right, doing what you need to do, trying to get things in order, that all falls in line with me.
Mm-hmm.
My daughters and my sons have to see that. But the bad part about it is that once again, everybody keep pointing a finger. Don't nobody want to listen. Don't nobody want to learn. Don't nobody want to be taught anything, or they take everything negative. As far as the black on black crime, we in the same vicinity. That's all we see. Of course, it's black on black crime because that's all we see and that's around us. That's the only people that's doing us wrong. If we got one white person in the neighborhood that's
Twisted.
doing if you got one white person that's doing wrong in the neighborhood, oh, they'll kill a white person. But they ain't doing this wrong. You see what I'm saying? Now you do got some still complaining. Everybody's still saying, "Oh man, they let George Zimmerman free. they ain't doing nothing to him, but
I just
they
said
killing,
that.
yeah, they killing everybody. But in reality, what are you doing to George Zimmerman? You know what I'm saying?
We
So
ain't
somebody,
seen them.
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Better not happen to that man.
We ain't
They
seen
coming
them.
at the mothers and
Nigga said
you
it's on
know,
site. What you mean?
it's crazy because in reality, as men, we type up so much positivity, but we don't do for each other. A woman is out supporting us more than us. A woman got our back more like anything. When they out, women are out marching. Women are out with the Black Lives Matters and stuff. The guys really ain't, man. They really, I don't see many. And I'm gonna be honest, I ain't out there. And I'm one of them. So I'll put myself in that category. I'll take the blame. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it all falls on us.
Hey, Vance.
Hey, man.
Cool,
What's
V.
up,
What's
family? How we doing? How we doing? Everybody doing out there?
Hey
What's going on?
Vince.
we doing good? We
What
doing
up?
good.
What's going on, man? How
Give
you feel? How you feeling?
I'm good, fam. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
drop some jewels on us.
I'm trying to. So the dialogue, the topic of conversation is the Migos situation, or we just talking about the black on black crime?
That
What
all of it.
we
All of it.
All of it.
Just the way that we don't value each other. Like how this stuff keeps happening, like what happened to Takeoff.
man, and until we change the dialogue and the narrative, things are gonna continue to stay the same. My buddy, he's an undercover cop. He just sent me a photo today of a woman body cut in half on the west side. Like they found it in the trash. It's just the way we treat each other. It's just crazy to me. And to me, a lot of people think I'm kind of out there when it comes to the only way you change the narrative, right? You got these cats out here that's willing to shoot. They think they gangsters, they shooting and hitting the wrong person. And to you, this is what I believe in. You got to kick them out the country. You kick them out. If my son go out there and kill somebody and he out there shooting and being reckless, I'm gonna put him in the military instead of throwing him in jail because we pay the taxes, right? Throw him in the military. I'm gonna send him over to Afghanistan. You already know how to shoot, right? You know how to shoot, do everything. We're gonna pay you. We're gonna feed you. You got a place to live, but you can never come back to America. I guarantee you that's gonna change the dialogue of the whole situation. I guarantee you're not gonna go out there and shoot nobody because hey, I was in Singapore. In Singapore, you can't even spit on the ground without getting a ticket.
Wow.
When that boy went over there and was spray painting cars, they took him out back. He was from America. They gave him lashes on the back. They don't play over there. It's clean. You got to change the narrative. These cats gonna continue. Ain't no jobs out here, right? We giving you a job. We putting you in the military. We're gonna lock you up. We're gonna put you in the military. Change some things up because there's no other opportunities. They feel like there's no opportunities out here. COVID has changed a lot of things, and it's crazy. And to go back to that dice game situation, hey, you're gonna shoot dice with whoever. If it's money, you're gonna shoot dice, regardless.
I just got that narrative just a few minutes ago because I'm like, God damn it, he shouldn't be shooting dice with nobody he don't know. Like,
Yeah, you gonna shoot dice with whomever if there's money out there. But the last thing that you have to realize is you don't know what Buddy got in his pocket. You don't know what my man got going on. You can get mad, you cheating and all that. You had a conversation, but you can't. You got to be careful how you move because guys shooting nowadays. Like the young lady said, they ain't stabbing no more. They shoot. I'm gonna shoot you, and I'll deal with the consequences later. So it's just unfortunate what happened to that brother. 28, you got plenty of money. I don't even know why you're shooting dice anyway. Just you ain't even got to move like that. Right. But that mentality is the neighborhoods I'm from. This is what I'm used to doing. You got to change the game up. So that's just my view on it. But I'm kicking everybody out of America. You come out here and you shoot me or shoot something, you got to get out the country.
What about just all of us that have some sense leaving. Can we have our own country, please?
Right. We can only you
Like
got
take an evaluation test or something
yeah,
before you
man.
come in.
Come on.
Hey,
Questions. Did y'all
you
watch?
know,
Have anybody watched The Walking Dead?
Nope.
yeah.
No.
Man, so you know The Walking Dead in order to answer or to get into like a safety with another group, you got to answer 3 motherfucking questions, and if you don't answer them questions, you ain't coming with us.
Hey,
Like what
I'll
city you
say
born
though,
in?
No,
I'll
it was
say
down to have you ever killed a walker? How many walkers have you killed? And have you ever killed your own? Like, you got to know, you got to answer those 3 questions correctly. Now, those might not be the 3 questions, but in that
No, I
area,
get you.
one playing with your ass. And he probably will lay your ass down if you don't get a right answer. You can't come with us.
right,
you,
right.
you got to be evaluated to get on the island. Okay? Because what?
Do y'all feel like we have any hope of like coming together and uniting like a new
Not
Black Wall Street?
actually we do, but now we can put white people in this. And when we say the rich folks, the ones that own, we had a Black Wall Street and they burnt that down, right?
Right.
You think they won't do it again?
Exactly.
So
but
you
But,
know,
Our,
so
our
you
money
gotta
go
you
too
gotta
far now. Our money is different now. It's you got,
our money different, but the situations will still be the same. Because
it
our
was,
right
money's
now,
different,
but
but
if
what we
we come
standing on,
together as a whole, we change the narrative.
that's if
I'm, I,
right if we come together as a whole by everything. But you got to think though. You have to understand.
we ain't got no bombs.
What is that?
We ain't got
You
none.
know what I'm saying? We ain't got
But
no bombs or nothing like that. So they can't actually do that again if they want to. And I think that scares us.
they know. I think they know what they want to do to hold us back. And like you got to think. Even though Kanye made the comments he made, some of us understand, some of us don't. I get that.
Right.
Don't get
Right.
me twisted. But that
Right.
man he was a billionaire and they took it all away from him in hours.
From for a comment.
but
Comment. So you gotta understand who's in control there. You won't see Jay-Z doing that. I understand it's common sense, but he's probably like, no, they ain't taking my bread. This my family. They
But
taking
that's
stuff
why
away from people.
But
that they scared to speak up.
yeah,
Like
I,
people
I
are
feel like
scared
they're
that
scared to
they
speak up.
scared to speak up.
And
The
we
That's
got
what it
same
come
thing,
down
but
to.
it's the same thing with the NFL. When all the killers was happening to all of us, most of them NFL, I don't think NFL players said a word
right.
except for Colin Kaepernick, and they got rid of him. So you got to understand who's in control. Unless we start doing some private banking or something in that case, then yes, we could probably form some type of way. But you still cannot do nothing without the proper guy.
okay, but we could
But
have once you get the ball, you still got to take off and run, right? So with Colin, if we would have stood behind him in the right way, we could have crippled the whole. We would have made money a whole different
Oh
situation.
yeah,
Like
of course.
when we said football canceled and stop viewing for real, like, do you have any idea what kind of impact that made financially? But we cancel culture is a joke, right? The things that we need to fix amongst ourselves is we create our own culture, right? We created the culture of don't say shit. You ain't seen nothing, you ain't heard nothing, and you don't say nothing. We created that. So if we don't want it serve us anymore,
I grew up with.
like
What up,
all
though?
Yeah,
What
family.
up? What up?
Q in this.
What's going on?
hold on, Joyce was talking.
My bad. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Please, I'm not that type of guy.
hi, welcome. TJ mentioned like we don't have like where's the grandma? The grandmas is 37. Like who told them? We still
Go ahead,
outside,
Miss Shop.
right? The when she mentioned the gangbangers, like it used to be law. You don't hurt women and you don't hurt children. Gangbangers ain't doing that now. Like we don't penalize and hold ourselves accountable. I used to work in juvenile corrections. You murder somebody and your ass is going home on an ankle monitor. Right, so that's what happened. You 15, you catch a body, you go home. Like
I want to say something about that too.
Vance.
Raise my hand on that.
My man. What up,
And oh,
kid?
by the way, once you get locked up, you got 3 hots in the cot. We got to give you snacks 3 times a day. We got a PlayStation 2. You got a Wii. You got a barber that's coming in and cutting your hair once a week. They were living better in jail than they was living at home. You know what I'm saying? So why not kill people?
A lot of this plays a part too. So we living in a generation now, they're telling our kids what to do, and we can't tell our kids what to do. So we have us as black people, well, I wouldn't even say black people because I see this on TV all the time. So I'm not going to even say black people, men and women. When it comes to our kids, there's a very huge line having an ego situation about this is my kid. I'm going to do this. Don't do this to my kid. I forgot what happened to letting the father be a father, letting the mother be a mother, and knowing your role, right? Some people can't even discipline their kids, or some people want to be their kid friend. Like, it's plenty that I know and I see, and it ain't my place to see it.
Right.
Because I take, I have to just handle mine. But see, that's the thing. So now these kids see what the unstable parents are doing, and they're using it as an excuse. Some of them use it as a whipping. I didn't have my mama, unless they, it's different reasons to why they didn't have them, but it's some that their parents have tried and they disrespected their parents too, because it's been too long. Nobody never told that kid, you know what, go somewhere, go sit down, stay in the child's place.
You better say that.
I'll say
they be all in the conversations now.
But they on Facebook, they on social media following you, listening, looking at what y'all looking at. I say we all grew up in the same neighborhood. Miss Jones picked your ass up and dropped you off at home when you was fucking around. Miss Jones seen me standing at the basketball court and was like, ain't no girls over here. What you doing? Come on, get in this car, and took me home. And my mama received that. Let somebody bring your child home.
The village does not exist anymore. You know what I mean?
That had to do with a lot of stuff.
Miss Jones
Gentrification, urban renewal, all that broke up the neighborhood. There's so much I want to say, but I'm gonna start here.
But it is the ego, though. We can't forget about the ego, because whether it's people that have good jobs and 2 separate homes, I still see people with them same egos. So sometimes when gentrification happens, we got to sometimes isolate that. We know that's what started it, right? But we also have to add that the factor that if I have a good job and the other woman has a good job, and there's still that ego in between for that kid. And that kid trying to be, because I see plenty of them that make good job. My kid ain't gonna want for nothing. I see that all the time.
But your kid can't want for nothing emotionally. What about that part? What about mentally? What about that part? Your kid's slick retarded, and you ain't caring about that because they got J's on. And we made that popular. They got on Skechers in a mansion. Like we're setting that tone. So if you don't like that tone, set it somewhere else. My baby has stride rights. Fuck y'all. And I got a whole lot of feedback. But guess what? Her feet ain't crooked. How about that? And they
I want to go back to not blaming the white man, right? I'm blaming that motherfucker for everything.
Oh,
Everything. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Now we do now. Look, check it out. Hear me out. Check it out. Look, now say you in your house, right? And your kids go outside. You say, don't tell my business when you go outside, right? So whatever happening in-house is our business, right? So we do got to clean up our house. I heard Q say that. But far as the white man, I heard David Banner say this. If you put a virus in a computer and the computer go crazy, who do you blame? The computer or the programmer?
The program.
Okay.
All right. Now let's go back. We only been out of Jim Crow, 60 years? One generation?
Yeah. It's still happening.
1.5 generation?
I don't think we out of it.
Right. It's still happening.
Now you're really speaking to my point, right? So my whole thing is we do have to make the right choices. It's on us to clean it up because they're not going to clean it up for us. But we cannot take out the fact that they put that virus in the computer. We is not going to dismiss them before we hold ourselves accountable. You feel me? Now, let's talk about us. Let's talk about us.
Okay, because I was just about to say, okay.
Let's talk about us, because it is on us. But now,
that virus gotta die.
right?
Out.
It do gotta die.
That
and that's
virus
as us
only
coming
has
as
to
a
impact
collective.
one computer. It only has to impact one computer. It's up to you if it impacts others, right? So you gonna keep it right here, centralized in this one space, or we gonna, you know what I'm saying? If you're from Chicago, when they turn down Cabrini Green, right now we ain't got now we can say them, right? Because we all them people that was there spread out and went everywhere. But if you got something that's just right here, address this. Why are we looking at all of this?
I was getting there. I got you. I got your back like a tank top. I got your back like a tank top. This is what I'm saying, though. We do got to fix us. It's on us to fix us. But we're not going to take the blame off them, because then that starts the self-hate. We're not gonna put the blame on them, as in this day and age. I get what you're saying. But we're not going to act like it never happened and say we're not going to blame him. You know what I'm saying? We're going to blame him because he the one put the virus in the computer, and it ain't just one little computer. It ain't just one little computer. Now, far as us, I think far as we're going to start with the police killing us. Like, far as us and voting and stuff, I think we need to come together as a collective and know what we want. We don't even know what we want.
And voting is Tuesday, matter of fact, not the presidential, but the stuff that matters.
Right. Okay.
The ones that take control.
Okay.
Hey, you got to go out there and take care of them votes.
The Kanye and Ye thing, the Ye and Kyrie thing, when they was talking about the Jews and all that, whatever. So Kanye been talking to Boyce Watkins. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see
that.
Yeah,
it just came out today. And they talking about as a collective. We talking about voting. What do we want? You know what I'm saying? All right, the Jews and the LGBTQ community, I'm so jealous of them.
They overcame blacks all
You
together.
know why?
They got more rights than us because they came together.
Because they came together. They pulled their resources.
They got a flag.
Communicated.
You got
a flag.
They got a flag.
They got the flag, right? They got the flag, but how did they get that flag? They came together and they pulled their resources. We can have our flag too. If we come together and pull our resources.
We don't want that no more. That's scarred.
They got a month. They got a whole month, and a month longer than ours. I'm blood.
Man, look.
You talk about this. We don't want that no more. We need a new one. BLM messed up.
If I give you a head start to the corner, halfway up the block, and we start running, you're going to make it to the corner before me. But then when you make it to the corner, you're going to look back at me and say, why you ain't up here? Shit, I ain't made it yet. You know what I'm saying? You had a head start.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't all us, but it's on us. Right. Because at that point, we got to realize what we got to do. We know who did it.
Well, so but here's the thing. I feel like the blame game, we have to stop that because it's almost crippling us. Like it's keeping us where we are. They did this, did that. But right now, it's so many of us that know what's going on and realize what happened and where we are, and we need to get together, get our kids together. Like, what's the solution? Like, what's the solution instead of
start in the house?
This happened.
Start in the house,
right? And you got to think
anything that grow from within. If you got a tree, if you got a seed, and you plant that seed and it produce bad fruit gonna continue to be produced. It start in the home and then it work itself out. So if you got somebody
by starting in the home, it starts in the home. But if the neighborhood is scared to tell who's doing it, then that's the problem. It's gonna continue on. It's gonna be a trend until somebody starts speaking out. And it's not even called snitching. It's not even called snitching to me, because let something happen next door.
Because I'm a citizen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
ain't in
Let
them
something happen
streets. Now,
next
if I'm
door.
in them streets, I ain't got nothing to say. But if I got kids that I'm taking to school on the school bus or whatever, and I see something happen around my child, Ray
But
done
see,
did that shit, and I'ma
that's what I
see him if
think.
y'all don't catch him.
But
You know what I'm saying?
that's where they get the confusion at, because it's that I'm a mind my business. Like you
Mhm.
just said, when it come to street stuff, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm out of that.
I'm out of
And that's
Out of that.
also
Right.
going back to the virus that you said the white man planted. That's the virus that we planted for ourselves. We
Exactly.
told
Absolutely.
Yep.
ourselves that this is
Absolutely.
street code, that this is
Quit
you don't do
snitching.
this, but I'm not
Yeah.
consciously, and that's
So
where it
where that
goes back
violence
to
come from, though? And I'm
The
not playing the
mob
blame game, but we do
it,
got to get to the root
yeah,
before we
it
can.
came from that.
that's
Well,
what
we
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 was
was
all
I
peaceful
mean, we
kings and
know.
queens. You understand me?
We
You know what I'm
we know that,
saying?
but at the end,
We,
but we all got
Huh?
our own. We all got our own mind. So
We
you
do.
Mhm.
gotta you still gotta think about that.
And you either
We
gonna
grew up.
stand on the side of right or you gonna
Or
stand on the
wrong.
side of wrong. Like there's no in between, there's no gray area. So a person like me, I don't give a fuck. What? Let me just tell you what I just saw down the street of, but for a motherfucker that don't got shit to do with me. I'm not directly related, but how can I
Something
consciously
happened for
sit
real.
there and know and have
What
some
happened?
information
Something happened for real
and
down the street from you.
don't say nothing?
Tell us
Something
what
happened down the
happened.
street from you?
No, I'm saying,
Oh,
Y'all
but if
so
I
ridiculous.
saw something,
Why
Oh,
would you
if
listen
oh,
to
I
Quincy
saw
out of all the
something,
you
people on
good?
the planet?
even if it's something of, oh, I saw a black Pontiac roll down the street, I'm gonna do my part because I'm either gonna stand on the side of right or I'm gonna stand on the side of wrong. Because if it was one of mine, if it was somebody that I love, I want somebody to speak up.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right,
And that's
right.
So,
just
you got
it. Like
to.
I said, we all been a victim of gun violence, and ain't nobody getting caught. We can't get them, you know what I'm saying, to stop
That's
their
why I'm kicking
behavior.
their ass
We
out the
we know
country.
we
You got to
know
go.
niggas that have killed multiple people,
get your
and
ass,
they
get your
still
ass
walk
Get
out of
out
running
the
the
here.
country.
streets.
But
Can
you
we
know,
get?
every race is
Here's the
bad
thing,
apples.
though.
Every race
Can
is
we
bad
establish
apples.
our own
We talk
country
about
and
black.
then kick the rotten apples out?
They
We
can't
talk
even
about
come
black on
in.
black crime. It's
You
crime
kicking them
and
out.
killings in every proximity. We do got to
Everywhere.
deal with us, but we ain't no different. Like when
No
they say,
different.
like they'll say,
But we the
this
house
week.
that's on fire. So if the fire truck coming, we got to focus on the house that's on fire. We don't. It don't. All them other houses don't really matter. We talking about the one that's on fire, and we on
Oh,
fire.
it can catch.
Yeah.
It can
It's
catch,
gonna
but fuck
spread
them.
like a
We on fire.
wildfire.
Like let's get us.
So are we gonna
Like
let them
Right.
burn too?
run me first, and then we can worry about who over here doing this and who over here doing that. Our focus depends on who's asking and
No.
what time of day and are you in the street or
And
not.
I'm
It
only
doesn't
saying the
matter.
black on black crime because when something happened, when Mike Brown put his hands up and got killed, the first thing they're gonna say, well, what about them all killing themselves? Okay, that's in house. We in the house. We gonna clean that up. You know what
But
I'm
we
saying?
not. But we not
We
doing
trying.
that.
That's why we on here,
But
right?
because at the end of the day, we make ourselves look like fools. So when stuff like this happen, we don't the same energy we have against the police killing us. We don't
It's,
have the same energy as far as
it's
protecting our
contradictory.
own.
Or is
Yeah.
it not? Or is it not televised?
What you mean?
No, we
Because
don't
I know
do nothing.
Mike Pled. I know a few pastors in Chicago. Mike Pledger. There's a lot of people. Black murder. They they out there. They just
Right.
not being televised like that. Y'all
But
don't think the media have anything to do with our narratives
Yeah, for
or
sure.
what
Absolutely.
they put out there?
Absolutely.
But our
You think
Absolutely.
they're gonna
narratives,
put the peace rallies out there?
Absolutely.
our
but
narratives
no,
that
but
are
Is it that, or
reality.
are they
Our,
so used to that same information? It'd be like, oh, it's the same stuff every day. We ain't gotta talk about that.
Every
Let's talk
day.
Well,
about
then they
Kim
ain't doing their
Kardashian
job.
new outfit.
but we ain't doing that. And I think we depend too much on higher leaders
Yep.
and or
Instead of doing it ourselves.
someone like, because come on, let's be real. If Ray down the street get shot
Everybody ain't Ray.
by Jonathan, we gonna look out the window, we gonna gossip about it in inboxes and stuff, and we ain't gonna do nothing, say nothing, we ain't marching, we ain't pissed. Like, we
Mhm.
might be hurt for the family, or if that's our friend. Other than that, it's just another day.
I think we got to catch those youngsters coming up to even be able to change the narrative because motherfuckers is set in their ways. Like I
They
said
very
something about
hard
a
headed.
post. I
but
said
what,
something about the fruit. Like I got grown kids. So when I evolved, you know what I'm saying? When my fruit became better, they looked at me weird because they wasn't seeing the same bullshit actions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
Right.
think like we got to start from the teenagers and the youngsters to change the narrative going into the future, because these grown cats, like the virus I was talking about, it's there, but we could take it out when it comes to our kids, and because we got good kids, the youngsters, you know what I'm saying?
I
These
feel like
Right.
we
bad
gotta stop
that's with
breaking. We
hell.
gotta stop breaking up our homes.
Yeah.
We gotta start respecting each other around these kids, talking to each other correctly.
Right. I
Um,
don't think, you know what? I don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's the broken homes.
Homes
I
is
no,
think
gonna
it's just,
break. Homes are gonna break.
they go break.
They
It's
gonna
the
break,
matter
but
of,
it's the
it's a
respect
respect.
between the king and the queen.
okay,
Hold
Right.
on.
You know what I'm
People
I
saying?
grow,
need to I
people
need to
grow
hear
Right.
this
apart.
part. Hold on.
okay, we can say
Right.
that.
I
We can
agree with
go there. But
But
I do. What you was
sorry.
about to say?
So, but a broken home should be a bonus family, right? If I didn't work with my partner, when he move on with his new partner, and I move on to my new partner, now my kid got 4 parents, not 2. So it's
but
not
they
about the
And,
broken
and that's
home; it's about
right. That's
our
the extra
reaction to the
love.
broken home. We're
That's the extra
normalizing
love.
things that are not normal. We're
I
making this. We when we're separating black and white. If y'all got white friends, you've been to their house. The ex-wife be sitting with the new wife, and everybody is drinking martinis together, and the kids is having an amazing Christmas, and the
Right.
whole family got on matching pajamas and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We the ones up here
All,
talking. I ain't talking that how they be. We're
yeah,
doing that.
it's
We do
the
The
that.
yes.
ego is
It
the
ain't gotta be
enemy.
all,
Okay,
just white people. We gotta check
I
us
think
on
that's
that.
a great point.
The
this
ego is
goes
the
back to
enemy.
respect.
takes
All that
over.
The
goes back to
ego is the
respect. Because some
enemy.
of them don't even respect your own kids. So while we out dating and dealing with somebody else, and they're not respecting your other significant, not respecting your kid, they're not teaching them nothing. And then you trying to teach them something, but they're not thinking because they feel like don't nobody love them. So they feel like they can act a certain way or do things a certain way because they don't have that support. You see what I'm saying? But you can have the support from a mom and dad, but then if you don't have that support from your boyfriend or your girlfriend, that kid will see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They not
So that's
dateable. They
Oh,
fuckable.
that's on their
Y'all
daddy and
make
mother who
y'all
they
y'all
date
are
then.
dating people
I
that you're
ain't date
supposed to
nobody that
fucking
ain't
move
gonna
on
be
from.
right by my
There's no
kid.
way.
You got to
but
make sure you
sometimes
do your homework with the people you start getting
Oh
involved
God.
with. That's what it
Yep,
comes
Oh
down
right,
God.
to.
right,
yep.
right,
Ain't
Oh
no
right.
God.
way you
That's
can
what them
bring your
dates for.
kids around nobody until you know for certain. All right, we good.
And that's
Yep.
why a lot of them now are pretty much damaged because my mama did everything or my daddy did everything. Somebody always have that
That
window
side.
somewhere, that side that they're picking and choosing, and
Mm.
they're trying to use it as an excuse to act out.
But even
Mm-hmm.
when
Right.
the home break up, it's still got to be a united front when it come to that child.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
exactly.
So
saying?
I just
Okay,
I feel
I'll
like
retract my statement.
I
I
just have
feel
to say
like
that because I hear broken homes too often, and I don't think broken homes is an issue.
Man, I done broke a few. So what I'm gonna say.
You
Hey,
just bad all around.
hey, I
I
have no
mean,
hey,
comment. I
if
have
hey,
no
it,
comment.
if you
hey.
look at it, I know Q, you had your are you a broken home?
Don't be. Why would
Yeah,
you?
are
Wait
you
a
a broken?
minute.
Because I'm trying to think,
Keep it
like
real low and
because
respectful.
I think
My home is not
well,
broken.
no, I'm
It's
just no,
together.
you know what I mean. You didn't grow up in the house with
We
mom
got a
and dad,
blended
right?
family.
Oh yeah, yeah, you
So what
did.
I was gonna say is I think most of us uh didn't, and I think we all are great ass intelligent responsible individuals. Now it might have took us a while to
It
get
definitely took a
there.
minute.
But you know what I'm saying.
Some
It took
long
us a
days in there.
while,
But the
and you got to
heart was
think.
still the same. Like the
Yeah.
heart was still pure. You know what I'm saying? You might have went through the struggle or, had to go through hell and hot water to get back. But your intentions was always pure. It just had to come out. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you can't give kids not even a little bit of gap. You know what I'm saying? Because they know everything. They know and see more than what we give them credit for. Prime example, me and my Sean's dad do not get along. My Sean takes that window of opportunity every chance he get to play both sides because he know we not communicating. until one day I had to tell him, like, do you see what's going on? Like, we got to stop this. We have to talk to each other because my Sean is controlling the whole fucking shit right now.
Manipulating the whole
He
situation.
manipulating the whole fucking
Yeah.
shit. Do you hear me? And
I
I'm talking
would too
about
if I was talking.
well.
No, I'm playing.
He's talking about where he'll come downstairs like, well, mommy, I told daddy just to stay in the car because he know he can't come in. Shit like that. They know too much. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Like they hear too much. Like you wouldn't even think that he shouldn't even know that that's how I feel.
See,
Right.
Does
my
that make
kids
sense?
tried that. Like I have my kid. My kids stay with me, right? But they stay with me only because they wanted to be with me. This has nothing to do with a bad.
Unstableness or
It
nothing.
ain't got nothing to do with it. My thing is, if my kids want to be with me, I got room for y'all. Come on, because I'm a parent too. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna clear that up off top. No negativity. I love my baby mamas. They cool. I ain't got no issues with them. So, but my kids tried that.
They will.
They would tell their mother something different, turn around, and then tell me something different, knowing I'm gonna call. Hey, blah 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 blah. I call right. They eyes get big, like, dang man, he calling mama. You right.
You damn right. And that's how it's
You
supposed to
right.
be.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we co-parent. We
Teamwork.
co-parent. It's teamwork. This
Teamwork make
Mm-hmm.
has
the dream
all of
work.
it. All of this has to do with the respect.
Yeah.
You got some
Yeah.
baby mamas. You got some baby mamas that won't even talk to you, that won't call you, that won't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They want to be their kid best friend. That's
Oh,
the
I don't want to be his
controlling part.
friend, but I don't call.
Yeah, but
But it has to
that's
be
the controlling
open.
part. I gave my kids. I'll be honest with you. When I had got my kids, man, I gave them like an inch. They took a mile.
Every time.
I tried to. I tried to ignore it. I didn't ignore it. I just, it was just so much going on at that time, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. But when that time when I had whatever I had going on was over with, oh, I got y'all. I gave them that rope. Yeah, I got you.
You
Let
let
you
them
hang
hang.
yourself.
So, hell
Yeah.
I let them
yeah.
hang. And when I tell you I have them under control, I ain't got no issues. When I come home, they chores done, homework. I still got to check homework. Now, you got kids that's gonna be lazy, do whatever, but I be on it. And
Mm-hmm.
and me walking in the house by myself, checking on that. You see what I'm saying?
And that's again what we need more of, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need that position in every household.
But it be kind
But
of
it doesn't
hard. It's some of this stuff be kind of hard for a father to be a father to their kids sometimes. Right along what Damon was saying, child support, like the system that they gave us. Because everybody
He
always
going
argue.
out,
I
man.
pay.
I think you're going
So
out.
everybody always talking about, oh, well, child support this, and we need this, or whatever. I just figured out most other people that argue about child support that they need that. Those are the ones really not working and not spending that much money, right? And I just only reason I say that and I put that in there because that takes away. They don't care about that and they don't understand that the child support can take away from a father when he can do more for his kid as far as spending time and having a nice roof to put over his head and that kid head as well when that kid come and be with him. Now we're not talking about the bum fathers, the fathers that don't do nothing for their kids. So let's X that out.
Right.
Guys that don't do nothing for their kids, they get no love from me at all. So yeah, put them on child support, do whatever. Do I agree with it? No. But some of that stuff be absurd till they paying so much money, and you paying so much in insurance. A lot of stuff comes out of your check. Where am I going to take my kid? So now you go get mad at me because I want my kid at my mama house. You ain't got your own place. You ain't got this. These kids see this stuff. They
Mm-hmm.
see the disrespect. They see everything that's going on. When you on that phone, you talking about your baby daddy or your baby mama over the phone, and the kid right there see it.
They listening. They
They
hear
listening.
everything.
I think
So
as
it,
men,
Yeah.
we gotta gain our women trust back.
oh,
You know what I'm
most
saying?
definitely, most definitely, most definitely,
Like our grandmothers and grandfathers. Whatever our
most,
grandfathers did, that shit was on the street. He never brought that shit home. And she
Never.
most,
trusted that he was gonna do whatever he was
Right.
supposed to do. Now, a lot of that had to do with whatever the system, but then a lot of that was our choices too. And I'm gonna say
Yeah,
art
it was.
was me as well.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
know that was
saying?
our choice because I trust me. I'm still paying child support for one. You see what I'm saying? But I'm still taking care of my kids at the
Yeah,
end of the
no doubt.
day. So I don't use child support as an excuse at all. Because you at the end of the day, you got to go out there and get it. But it does cut into your time when you have to spend time with your kid.
And you know, when I was talking about
Right.
the family, it started in the house, like with the family dynamic, like
Mhm.
far as the civil rights people, who you think was supporting Martin Luther King and all them? It was families. It was
Right.
families.
That was
You know what I'm
family.
saying?
Right.
Mhm.
So when you got the family make the community make the city make the state make, you know what I'm saying? And it go on, so on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's happening? Everybody waving.
All right.
But the things I wish I knew that I know now, man.
So each one of y'all, how do y'all feel? What role do y'all think music plays in this?
Huge,
Do y'all
huge,
think it
Big.
plays a role?
huge. Nope,
It's
it's
big.
huge. I see it.
It's
They in the
big.
streets, bobbing their heads, doing this. They ain't thinking about nothing else. They got the phones to the earphone. I see it all day, every day.
Hey, I got a
Everybody want
son
to be
who
rapping.
Eminem was his favorite rapper. And Eminem was
Go.
crazy. Stan, his wife was in the trunk and all kind of shit, right?
And he
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just peed.
And he in college, he don't act nothing like that,
Who
but
just OD'd?
Eminem.
He
did
did?
he?
Recently?
I heard this like maybe 4 weeks ago on the radio.
I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't
Um,
until
She
I
said, I
heard
did
it
not.
Look,
reported on
everybody
the
pick
radio.
their phone up immediately, like, what?
What the hell, Google? Google is your friend.
That's what I that's what I want to say
Right.
about music though. And I think maybe I'm gonna have a weird opinion because I listen to all genres of music. If you ever listen to country music, that is gotta be
They
some
go
of the
crazy.
most suicidal, homicidal, crazy music you can think of. You think that shit sweet? It is nothing sweet about country music. If
They
you
Mm-mm.
ever
go
listen to
crazy.
grunge music, now grunge music sound crazy, so you can kind of make that correlation. But country music, oh baby, they done told you to kill your mama, kill your wife, fuck her sister, put the kids in the trunk because fuck them too. Like that music is crazy, and them kids aren't doing and growing up and experiencing life in the ways that we are. So with that
who?
said,
What? What?
I have a hard time just pointing at music because it opens the door for conversation. When I'm watching a music video, me and my kid got to talk about this because she looking at something that we need to discuss. It can't just be I'm letting you sing once and I ain't said nothing about nothing and these ass cheeks
Okay.
out. I'm not saying anything. You know what I mean? You have to address it, and it's a family conversation. I've had that moment where
No. Okay,
nowhere
go.
I'm co-parenting with not even her dad, but we on a video call because I'm like, let me tell you what she said, or let me tell you what she did to make sure that we're giving the same messaging. It's our message, regardless of what was said.
The
I remember
same
when
page.
Cardi B was saying, I don't have kids, I'm not raising y'all's kids, right? She not wrong. If you let your kids listen to some thing that's not appropriate for their age, it's up to you to then explain what are you talking about. You know what I mean? We were singing some Adina Howard and was
Look,
right.
look.
It was,
Mm.
but that wasn't the experience because Mama still was saying, "You bet the fuck not." Like we're not doing that. We're not taking it to the next step.
I'm gonna beat
But we
your
got
ass.
the kids got cell phones nowadays, so they have access to everything.
Everything.
Easy access
Everything.
Everything.
You
too.
know, when we was coming up, we see some porn on TV. It's the scrambled. You trying to figure out like, boy, I see a nipple. Like, look, you know, you don't see all that. You know what I'm saying? The kids
But
see it all
even
now.
but even the music, if you think about it, I know some of y'all don't like R. Kelly. It is what it is, but he's a
Who
huge
don't?
impact on.
No.
No, you got some people be like, I get that,
They too
but
emotional.
No, Kels
emotional,
is
like
still the
they
man.
Yes,
Music.
he
still a
He's
man
is.
still the man.
regardless. You know what I'm saying? There's people around them that didn't
The
even
king
work
of
too. So,
R&B,
but you got to
according to
understand,
Tank.
we was listening to them. We was listening to him. We was listening to H Town.
SWV talking about rain on
Rain on
me.
me.
And
Motherfucker,
I
Hey,
just
what?
and I
because
just found,
look,
hey, look, I just found out 2 months ago what "Rain on Me" actually meant.
Look, I
hey,
just had to put
Now,
it on there.
I see.
Right.
I was like, man. But my thing is that when we heard that, we did not follow what they were saying. It was just we were just listening to the music.
Right. We had no
Right.
clue.
We had no clue what we were doing, but the kids today,
They know.
they
They
know.
know.
They know.
They
They
know.
know. Everything is sexualized. TikTok, whatever they doing, YouTube, everything is on there. They know word for word what's going on, and these kids are actually living these type of lives because once again, they don't have the support from their parents.
It's
A
that
lot of
and a mixture of being easily influenced, not having
easily
their own, and that
influenced.
start
Yeah.
at the home
That start
where,
at home. That
yeah,
Yeah.
start
where
at
you got to
home.
put some self-awareness in your child. Look, you're not Easy or Eminem or none of them motherfuckers. You better sit your ass down, do something with yourself.
Yeah. Man, like Snoop Dogg and them back in the day. I'm just now finding out. I'm listening to. I'm like, man, they talking about gang banging chicks. I'm like, man,
We
And
ain't
you was
have
so
no
listening to
hard
it
though.
clue.
I
at the
can't
top of
turn
your
it off,
lungs.
but not even knowing that's what he was talking about. We ain't care about that.
hmm
See
I
what I'm
got a
saying? We were just
15-year-old
vibing
man
to it.
that's been working for like a year, right? He he a sophomore. He been working for like a year, and I just think my involvement rubbed off on those younger kids. Now I got a 30-year-old. He's set in his own ways. He listen when he want to. You know how that go. But
Mm-hmm.
I just think my involvement helped with those that I'm raising. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I'd have had this then, them mugs might be engineers or something. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
do put the blame on me, far as the parenting and the smoking the weed in front of the go get me a beer. You know what I'm saying? Even it's that much, that little, go get me a beer. Then you find them going to get themselves a beer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I
But
say it
we
all
have,
start with the family dynamic. Like with
but you
Tamika,
have
I
evolved,
see
brother.
Tamika take her kids out and
Right.
they did vision boards. You know what I'm saying?
What's
That's
that?
dope as hell. That's dope as hell. Cause then you
I
giving
had
them
beer
the
and stuff when
support
I was
and you
younger.
putting something on their head.
I had beer and stuff when I was younger.
Huh?
I had beer and stuff when I was younger. Look at
Oh, I
me.
know your ass.
Yeah.
But it's crazy though. You're right though. It took for me to get to turn like to wake up, realize, man, I'm behind.
I think I woke up and went back to sleep. Woke up and
So
It just took
it's a
time,
lot.
man. Once you
Free
realize
time.
and see what's the growth, like we didn't know about financial things back in the day. We just was
Right.
making money and we
Right.
spending it. Now we
Right.
know about investing,
Mm-hmm.
starting businesses, and different things like that. The sky's the limit. So we have to provide those jewels to our kids and
Yes.
make sure they know the things that we wasn't taught in school.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I look at you, everybody on here. Hey, we've all grown, we've all made mistakes, and we've
Yeah.
learned from the mistakes. And now it's
Um,
our time.
yeah.
yes,
And
sir.
Yeah.
I think we have a responsibility too to teach them stuff outside of school and school books
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's so much I've learned in like the past decade that I feel like, God, where would I be if I knew that as a teen? Um,
Hmm.
and so I think we have a responsibility because they're not gonna do it. We have to do it. Like
Right.
we have to give them that actual background. We have to let them know what's the myths. Like,
Right.
no, that ain't what it is.
Right.
That didn't happen. This is what happened. You
I
know,
try
Mm-hmm.
my I try my best to show my kids. I think it was last year. I took all my kids to my job and I showed them how to deal with robots and how to program little stuff and how to laser. And they all knew what they was doing.
Bring
Even
my
my son,
charger.
I showed him,
It's
and
in the
I
living
have a
room.
video. So I have an autistic son. That's my baby boy, and I love him. I even showed him, and he understood it. It's just a point of when you show these kids certain things, I videotape them and show them, like, y'all remember this? And they remember. Like, I keep a lot of memories in my phone, not just for school, but a lot for learning and understanding and, trying to understand trying to grasp what we didn't have when we were younger. My kids now, it's the tech world. I'm in a tech. I know everything about tech. I'm still learning. I teach my kids about it all day, every day. Um, I know about a little about real estate only because of my father. But I know about carpentry. My son does plumbing. My daughters now, I got them doing plumbing. We all cook together. We all do a lot of things together other
Yeah.
than just school.
That's awesome.
So when you figure out, sometimes you understand when you don't have time. Now I understand when single mothers be like, yeah, I ain't got time. I understand those things. See what I'm saying? Because you're trying, most of your time is trying to teach your kids what they need to learn to make sure that they don't make these mistakes. Even though they're going to make them, we going to be like, I told you so. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of us have grown. Now, when I was in my 20s, my kids, but I wasn't a perfect father. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't a perfect father, but it was, like I said, it was a lot of mental stuff that I was going through and a lot of things that it wasn't under my control. So, you know what I'm saying? After I got over those things, I was able to conquer so much and gain so much. And I even had a mental goal, certain things. So when I left, even when I left Hammond, I made a promise to myself. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know anything. I just knew, I just followed what I had to do. Once I followed those steps, I started realizing it's more out here in this world than what we know. And I can
Oh yeah.
teach these kids.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like
And a
like
lot of it
Damon, I
is
like how Damon doing things. Ego minded. He follow the same people on Instagram I follow.
Oh yeah.
The same, and I've been following them for years. And matter of fact, I was sharing some of that with him.
Yeah.
A lot of us can learn from that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You YouTube, everything. When I tell you, but I like comedy, so I watch 85 South. I'm a comedy guy. I like to laugh. But when it comes to a lot of
You're
things,
definitely
like
funny. Yeah.
like when it came to a lot of this stuff, some of the stuff about the robots, I'm gonna be honest with you. Solid work. If it wasn't for 19 keys, I wouldn't have known about it. I mean, I knew
Mhm.
about it, but I wouldn't have known how deep to get into it.
Damn. Tamika, I wish I can get up there to fuck with 19 too.
I know.
It's a lot. When they start talking about the tech, the world is the way of the tech. Kids know tech now. They know it in a different way from what we know.
Mhm.
They're born into it, so it's easy to them.
Yep.
Come easy as hell.
And this is to where when I say now that we got so much stuff that we can't blame the white man. This is what I was rolling back to because I know a lot about manufacturing. I know a lot about simulation. I know a lot about saving
Princess.
money. I know a lot about stocks. If y'all look up lean manufacturing, oh, they pay you over 100,000 or more just to learn that. But that will help everybody business in here.
You
That
gotta put
lean
that.
Six
You
Sigma.
gotta put that in the thing, cause
Send that
That
link.
lean Six
yeah, what's that link?
Sigma.
Lean Six Sigma. I
Yes,
have
sir.
all them certificates that I showed y'all. That's
Yes,
all
sir.
came from that.
Mm-hmm.
Keon, I was on the phone with Keon one day for about, I want to say we was on there for about an hour and a half. He taking those down because I know he got his own business. I don't mind helping people that got their own business. I just got a problem with trying to help people that don't want to help themselves.
Mhm.
And
I'm
I
gonna
was
stay
just
out.
gonna
I'm gonna stay
say,
out their
but,
way.
but who did you tell? Right? Because one of the things that we do that's different in our culture is because we're competing with each other, we don't tell nobody, right? So it's dope to tell your kids. But who personally did you reach out to say, let me tell you about this, or let me teach you this, so that you
uh,
can, so that it's not just your house, it's your community, right? So
right. So I did Keon like that. I did Damon like that, right? And Damon do the same thing to me. But see, I known Damon since my grandma had him in the house. So
I'm saying you in a general sense, not you
yeah,
like
I get what you're saying,
but
but it's a lot of us that's like that. But it's a lot of us too that don't want to hear it. They want people to do the work for them.
Yep.
Right.
They just want the
Yep.
money. So
I
in
I get a
reality,
I get a lot of those. I get a lot of those.
so
What?
those conversations add no value. So why are we having a conversation if it adds no value?
Right.
I try
Right.
to whatever I learn, man. I try to throw it out there for my people, man. Because when y'all everybody win, we all win. That's how I be
Mhm.
thinking. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like if I find out something, I'm sharing that shit.
And that's
Me
the cool
too.
Yeah.
part about it because y'all know I train and shit like that. And my main purpose of training is I always feel like knowledge is useless as hell if you just holding on to it.
No
And I
application.
tell all my students that like
Oh,
what
thank
you holding on to it for? Like I need to give it to you. I
you.
need you to evolve. I need you to
Okay, take the shields
know.
off.
Because first of all, me giving it to you is not gonna take away from me. It's not gonna
Yeah.
take away from you, my
Jenny, you
style.
breaking up.
Appreciate you.
There you go.
It's not gonna take away from my value, my style, my confidence. You can't be me. So I have absolutely no issue with handing over the keys to what I know. And that's what everybody's supposed to do. That's just my opinion though. Like, but people too scared because people want you doing good, but just not better than them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an
Yeah.
example though. I heard Marlon Wayans say this. He was like, we deal with a lot of emotions. So he was like, you can have two white men in a bar on a Friday. They get into a knockout, drag out fight. Bing, 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 bing. One of them win. Say Jim win. So say Bob lose. Monday, Bob come across a deal, but Jim is the best person for the job. But Jim just whooped his ass, right? Bob gonna call Jim. Hey, Jim, how you doing? You know you was on some bullshit Friday, but I got a hell of a deal for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Let it be us.
But
Cause
that's
we know he
because,
the best
but
one
you
to do the
know,
job.
but
He
that's
gonna be like, man,
because
fuck
right now,
that nigga. Hey, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
you get that, but that's because Jim and Bob, when he said I got a deal for you, it added value to that when you heard that. We beat around the bush on everything.
Yeah. No, the fact
Right.
that he even contacted him after the
Yeah.
fight,
That's what I'm
Right.
they
saying.
brought
So
the
that's the
emotions out. You know what I'm saying?
once again we're right back to the beginning. Our ego.
Yep. Is the enemy. I
All
got the
that is.
book. The ego
I
is
don't
the
know.
enemy.
I think that I've addressed my ego, but it's somebody I still don't fuck with off of $20 from like 6 years ago. I ain't gonna hold you, and I really ain't pressed off that $20, but I'm pressed off the
That
respect.
20
But it's the
that $20
principle.
is
It's
Like,
the
you know
$2
what I'm
now.
principle.
saying? Like, I don't fuck with that hoe at all. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have to run me my bread first, and then maybe we can revisit.
Run that and we can make a deal.
I'm not
But they
about to play
always
with
try to
her.
make it a win-win situation without their emotions in it. We deal with a lot of emotions, man. I ain't fucking with him. Even though he the best man for the job. You'll go get a motherfucker that'll mess it up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that
But like
just
it's
goes back though. That goes back to just the original question at hand. Is like the only person you can ever be responsible for is yourself. You just got to
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
take accountability for yourself, hold others accountable for their actions. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's the only way I feel like any type of change is gonna occur. We can sit
Mhm.
here till we blue in the face and talk
And
four,
talk
five,
about it.
6 hours or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to be the one that takes the baton and start passing it and start. You know what I mean? Like, man, listen, we can
I,
go
I
on
like
Knowledge.
to
and
spread the
on.
information to make us better though. Like if I got some information, I'ma spread that shit.
You got to.
What?
I just want us to I want us to come out of this as like to build a new, better, and great community. Like I feel like yes, we have so much fear instilled in us from the things that have happened in the past, but I rather I swear I'm just one of those ones that I'd rather die trying to see that
Mm-hmm.
change and see that change for
Be
the
that
new
spark.
generation.
Mm-hmm. Be that
Mhm.
spark. You want to be that spark. You do anyway. Like you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of all do want to be that spark. But if we can get other people to come on, man, this is what we doing.
Because if you think about it, we all know somebody that can make hella money just off their own business
Mm-hmm.
and move it around.
But
And if
growth
you move
isn't
it,
just money, right? Like the biggest
no,
growth that
no,
we
but
need
but
ain't
that's
even attached to
but that's
money. Like
right.
ultimately,
But that's the whole thing. You still want to
we
feed
get
your
a
family.
I mean, you want to feed your family, but if you had a community when you weren't able to feed your family, the community would step up, step in, and help you out with that. You know what I'm saying? So we got computers in our pockets. Like we literally have an advantage because you got a whole computer in your pocket 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? We sharing domestic violence. We're sharing murders. We literally got this man with blood oozing out of his body all
And
over the news.
somebody thought that it was okay to share that.
But if
Like,
you get $1 million
Piss me off.
idea, you forgot to post that, right? You didn't say this is what I'm doing with my kids to elevate them. You're not saying this is what I'm doing with my job to be promoted. Like as much as we can say we started with a disadvantage, I feel like I'm a lotus flower. Lotus only grow in unfavorable conditions out of the mud. The only one that can do so. So I don't feel like just out of the mud. You know what I'm saying? I can't go get it. I just feel like I gotta tell somebody else, hey, did you know that the lotus only grow in mud? Like you gotta each one teach one, and we don't do that anymore. It's I can't tell Mika because she gonna be better than me, she gonna have more than me, and then she gonna come up and then I can't come. It's that instead of how can I put out something that matters? You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I share, if you ever been to my page, just praise break over my page because I need healing. But if you ever been to my page, I don't share shit about you. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because I don't come across things that are valuable. It's when I come across something valuable, the person that I feel like can benefit from it, I share it directly with that person because I don't want you to miss it. I don't know what the
I'm
algorithm.
the same. I'm the same way.
Let me hand you this message so I make sure that you receive it. And whether you want it or not is on you. But I did my due diligence and I handed it to you.
But some people too, the reason a lot don't share because people steal your credit and they don't acknowledge you. They want to make it seem like they was the ones that came up with it.
But
you see what I'm saying? But so that's just like I know Craze Cordell, like that dude do a lot. Some of y'all know him and y'all might not. To me, honestly, he do a whole lot and he don't get the credit he deserves. That when I tell you he knows so much and do so much,
tell him to give me my video from my book signing that I never got.
Hey,
oh, buddy,
I said it a million times and asked a million times. No, quit.
He got the bedroom bully, ain't it?
Oh my God! Why he used the wrong example of a person?
Was that buddy that was at the brunch that was in Nap that was doing your filming?
No, I got that immediately.
The same day,
the same night.
Oh,
he got
2014.
See, this is what I'm talking about. We hold the grudge. No, now you ain't gonna never send nobody to him.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking
about. You done wrote him off.
No, quit.
So much people, but it's so much people that did so much for somebody else that people don't even acknowledge it.
But wait, hold on. He got the bedroom bully, ain't it?
Yeah, that used to be. It used to be. I don't know if he still got that, but he did one of my first events for me, and he traveled all the way to Indianapolis and did my first book signing. So I fucks with Craze. I'm just
what was that? The bread bully? The bread bully?
Yeah.
I just seen like a little commercial on that on Instagram. The bread bully.
Now he do a lot.
He do a lot for people he travel with. I just feel like he don't get the credit he deserves. So he be trying to. I know that he be trying to teach people. People just take it and don't give him his credit. And
who y'all talking about?
His name Craze.
His real name Cordell. Yeah, but they call him Craze, man. He to me
slush.
Like,
slush.
Oh, I remember him.
That's what it is.
Slush in the
Cordell. I was like, what?
He take care of his business though. As far as I see, I don't really know him. I know his people. You know, Emma Butler had just died.
Tell him to stop doing his little Facebook rants.
He funny as hell, ain't it? He'll say anything though. You know what I'm
saying? Man.
Anyway.
Y'all can't be
he'll be about that business, man. I seen them. I seen him dragging
he be everywhere. I
seen them dragging a vending machine in their building, and even threw Zay up in that joint. He cutting hair, and Zay do his thing with that music. They getting it together.
Yeah, y'all want to do a silent party? He got those headphones.
See, look at that.
Ain't it? You just put him on the map, ain't it?
Put him on, and he ain't even in the party. the
That's
thing though.
That's
okay.
that
That's
A lot
plug.
of
okay.
people
But that's
don't do
what's
that.
supposed to happen. Your name supposed to come up in rooms you probably will
You
never
ain't
touch.
in on
You
God.
see what I'm saying? Like that's how you want it. That's how
That's
you
how you want it
want
to
it.
be.
That's how you supposed to support your people. Like that's the biggest form of support that you can do for another.
Yeah. So you got there's so many avenues. If you want to do transportation, you got him. He's in a party right now. You got Damien. You want plumbing. You got Odie. You got it's so many avenues of everything that we can use and we don't.
This platform dope as hell too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you got people in here that can give you the information, or somebody you can DM that's
Plug.
willing to give you the information. We didn't said it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you don't
Hmm.
want it,
That's on you.
on God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna pick and choose what you need that adds value to your life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what's our takeaways, y'all? And I'm gonna start and go and do your plugs. So eagle minded.
Well, this eagle-minded transport, extraordinary customer service. You know what I'm saying? I get it there and get it back in a hurry, safely, good insurance, bonded. You
That
know what I'm
part.
saying? But other than that, man, I just want to serve, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I talk my shit or whatever and all that, but serve and make me happy. But a lot of people don't know that, but that's what it is. If I can help somebody do something, I had two people call me today about just about that. Um, and I talked to them. And I'm gonna call them back tomorrow just to show them the steps. And man, I ain't really trying to plug nothing. I just wanted to get in, man. I just want to help people if I can. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
What it's
That's what's
about.
up.
Thank you for your
And I've
contribution.
been up since about 5 this morning.
Me
I'm finna roll over
too.
like a log. Oh God. I
In the
appreciate
river,
y'all
baby.
though.
Cool V.
Mm.
What up? What up? What up? Hey, like you said, this platform is outstanding. I didn't know what you sent me. I'm glad I clicked on it and now I'm in the building. Um, hey, whatever business that y'all might have, man, send it to me. I'm gonna put it on my social media, let people know what you got, what you provide, and we can go from there. I got some special coming from next year. It's called Eddie's and Chill.
Okay.
Sports bar I'm working on right now. So
Okay.
Let's
That's what's up.
I'm trying
go.
to make money moves, and hey, when I put that plug out there, just work with me. Just
I'm
You
gonna
work
know
with
we
me.
promote.
gonna
I'm
So
be
gonna
there.
promote.
You
I'm
know
gonna
we
And,
at
promote.
the
yeah,
grand opening.
and
yeah,
Oh
when
we're gonna
God.
when's
make it
when it's
happen.
gonna
That's
be
gonna
at?
get
You
Where
loose,
you
pulling
ain't
up,
it?
me?
located?
Huh?
Well, right now we're looking in the Lansing. I'm looking in the Lansing area. That's in between the
Okay.
city and
It's a
Indiana.
happy
I want to be in the
medium.
middle. So,
He
Okay. So
know.
we could go to River Oaks and go get some clothes and come
Stop
over to
man.
it.
his bar.
Stop
Belvedere Blues,
it.
baby.
Hell
Yes,
Belvedere
sir.
no.
Blues. That's
I'm so
exciting.
So
excited.
That's
yeah,
dope.
so be on the lookout for that, man. It'll
Congratulations.
be coming. So we working. I'm working on it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right.
Let us know
Thank you.
what we can do. If you need anything, we behind you 100%.
Hey, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
definitely let you know. And hey, Eagle Minded, I might be using for some liquor transportation or something. So
Hey,
to make some moves, so we make it happen.
Q.
Um, I'm an engineer for right now. Pretty soon, I am finishing up my school for online, and so I will be doing some home designing. So doing designing and floor layouts and everything. I got that going.
What's up?
Um, Workouts. I will be doing workouts soon. So I did have it ready to go, but what happened was I got suspended. And then they took my group. I couldn't get in a group, so I was suspended for like 100 and some days.
What?
Yeah, it
Wow.
was that. I couldn't even. I made a group and couldn't even get in. So Facebook was just all right. But that was because I was talking crazy on there.
You
I
gotta
told
have a
somebody.
business page, bro.
I see, but that's probably because I told somebody I was gonna slap them in the middle of next week. But it was like it came about what things your mama said to you when you was a kid, and that's when I brought up. I got suspended off of that comment. So
Yeah,
That's
that's threatening. You can't threaten and bully people on Facebook,
well, it
sir.
wasn't. It was what your mom said to you when you were a kid that you
They
didn't
don't give
forget.
a shit.
Yeah,
There's no
they
context.
got me.
They don't
It's
care what
words, no
manner
context.
you was saying it in. You going to
Yeah,
jail.
yeah.
Facebook jail, that
I
is.
went down.
They
But
locking
pretty
you up,
soon
huh?
though, man, I wanted to start. I want to say maybe like in the middle of this month, because I want to call it mind games. Because right now we don't eat well. Everybody work out, but they don't eat the proper nutrition.
Ain't
Come
Everybody
nobody
on.
can
asked
work.
you to steal my business.
Hey,
Come
that's
on.
that's everybody. Because I was one of them.
Come on.
But guess what? I feel like if I can make the change, and y'all seen my results, so I can do it for
Well,
somebody
you
else.
can help me. You can help me because I'm fat again.
You sad again? We all sad right now. It's cold outside.
I was fat like 3 months ago.
Oh man. So
It's
I
I
all
know you
got you
mental.
see
though.
It's a
my
So
mind.
chin.
It's a mental thing.
I already
it's it.
know. I
Yeah,
gotta
it's
It's
pray
all
all
my
mental.
laziness away.
yeah. You'll
Girl.
be out once you get in the routine. You'll be fine, man.
It's all it
So
takes.
after
Yeah.
it's just one day of Thanksgiving that might get y'all, but y'all will
It's
know how to
okay.
handle
I'll
that.
take my little one day.
right.
Mhm.
I'm trying to. I've been doing good though, but I'm just calorie counting and portioning. That's all
Cause
I'm doing.
we told
Calorie counting portion.
I told
That's
all
it.
four of them. I said we all need to lose at least 15 pounds by the new year. That's me, you, sister, and mama. Everybody.
See, it ain't the calories because you. It's hard to count calories like that. It's the carbs and the bad carbs you eat and the sugars.
Sugar. Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So one honey bun could say all that honey bun could get you.
That's gonna tank you for the whole day.
So
The
for
honey bun gonna take you.
490 calories for one or 510 calories
Mhm.
for
That's half
one
your
honey bun,
calories.
Yeah,
you could eat that regular on a healthy plate. It ain't the
yeah.
calories, it's what you eating. It's the extra fat. And I ain't talking about trans fat. I mean, I'm talking about trans fat, not the healthy fat. So it's a lot that takes it in there. Some people be like, "Oh man, have a cheat day." You ain't got time for a cheat day when you trying to look good.
Right.
Damn.
You ain't got time because you eat one apple pie, you eat one piece of candy, whatever it is, you gonna go to number two. Number two turns into three. You see what I'm saying?
And
And you
then
gotta lift weights.
you just broke the cycle of the habit that you're trying to create.
Right.
You see
You
what I'm
just
saying?
broke that. So now you back at day one starting all
Now
over
you back at
again.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like because you back at square one because you just now that habit and that addiction is gonna take over.
Right.
Y'all
So
suck with that.
yeah. But
Water,
I
that
water,
told you
water.
but you
I
know
know
what?
I'm just lazy right now.
If you look at our neighborhood right now and you look say you could go to a club, you could do whatever. You can look and see and don't take this a negative way because we all out of shape. How many people you physically know you just look and be like, dang, you ain't used to look like that. You can look at yourself and you can look at
Gotta work on
yourself in the
radio
mirror.
delivery,
We
huh?
not talking. Hey, hold on. We ain't talking about Joyce. Joyce is gone with that because she can eat whatever she want to eat
Right.
and still. We ain't talking about
I
her.
do the work.
Right.
Don't do me like that. I'm doing the work. I was up at 4:30 on my way to the gym this morning. Don't do me like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm eating my
Even
cheesecake
like
though, so you can go to hell.
you. Oh, see, yeah, you can eat your cheese. I can't eat no cheesecake right now. I'm strict. So
I am cocaine. What is your takeaway?
So I'm promoting self and keeping it on the shelf. So that's my
wait,
current
what? Huh?
business stuff.
Oh man,
Oh my God.
I eat a shrimp for that one.
That's
She play too much.
I
That should
play
have
too
been.
much. What is your takeaway from
I think
today?
that should have been Joyce's
Right. That sounds like
daily thought.
her her thought of the day.
two birds with
She
one
has a
stone.
reckless
No.
thought every day.
No, I think my biggest takeaway, I think we mentioned a lot of the community stuff and just people policing your kids. And I gotta say I'm very guilty of that. I don't want nobody to say nothing to my child and you can't complain about a problem that you're becoming a part of. So, for me, one of the heavier takeaways is I know I tell my kids, mind your business. You ain't saying shit. Look down, look away. You know what I mean? And don't nobody say nothing to you. And all those things are not well for our community and our space. And so, yeah, definitely something to think about for sure.
I like that.
Me too. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Nene with Enticing Beauty.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know I do lashes and I'm a beast. No, just like and I'm a beast. No. Yeah, but if y'all need a facial waxing, I'm trying to get Quincy to come let me wax that motherfucking taco meat off of his.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I would let it work, but my baby, she love my taco meat, so I just left. Baby love taco, and Bria love taco meat.
You so funny, but we were just talking about that. That's so funny. That was so crazy that you on there. I got my opportunity because you ignored my comment, nigga.
I did that purposely too. You ain't finna get me.
He said, "I'm trying to keep this one. I can't be entertained."
That part. But no,
you know, I got my masculinity away.
No, never. We gonna let you see the tattoos behind all of that motherfucking taco meat you got. Okay, we gonna make it smooth for you. But anyways, I'm just growing my business, one lash set at a time, one client at a time. So if y'all know anybody that needs my services, have them come holler at me because professional, the best, knowledgeable, y'all gonna get everything that you need out of Enticing Beauty. But my take on the whole thing is just, stand on the side of right, not on the side of wrong. Hold yourself accountable and the others around you. Don't be afraid to speak your piece. Like your piece can change somebody else's mind.
That's dope.
What I'm talking about. That was dope.
Like that.
You gonna say that on Martin Luther King Day?
No.
Ooh.
That was really a nice quote, wasn't it?
I'll take it.
You better rewind this back and write that down.
I know, right?
I almost played the trumpet in the background for a second.
No, I'm just
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank everybody that tuned in, made a comment, who's listening. Please subscribe to the podcast.
Please
share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I really appreciate everybody involved. Quincy, Vance, TJ. TJ did not plug herself, but she has Vibing with TJs on Saturdays where she plays hip hop and R&B and has these type of conversations on her platform as well. I'll get her link and put it in the comments later. She forgot to plug herself. But anyways, thank you, Quincy. Thank you, Vance, TJ, and Damon for coming in and tuning in with us and getting in the conversation. We definitely appreciate the different opinions and the diverseness that comes. My takeaway is I just want to keep having these conversations. I want us to have these conversations with our children. They are conversations that's needed, and I think together we're like the village. So I would love to continue this and just have these tough conversations. Everybody doesn't want to hear them, but they need to be heard. And for those that are willing to speak up and voice, I just say continue to do so. And that's what I will continue to do is, be a voice.
All right.
Yes.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Appreciate y'all having me.
I appreciate y'all.
Hey, y'all. Joyce, right. What is your thought of the day, baby?
Thought of the day.
I think so. We unpacked a lot out of our backpacks today. I just want to remind everybody while we are unpacking, you have to remember what's important to put back in. So stop by your local Quick Trip and get that honey pack, boo. Put it in that backpack.